Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to another PE news video. Today we've got some awesome news on the Nintendo Switch, so let's go ahead and jump right into the news. So, Nvidia CEO Sen Huang has talked about how the Nintendo Switch is going to be this groundbreaking device and why they're even powering it in the first place. He talked about how they've relatively been in the PC market and they've been trying to find a way in when it comes to dedicated consoles. So in an interview with VentureBeat, he had a ton to say, so let's go ahead and get into a portion of his comments. VentureBeat first asked this question: there was a day when it seemed like you were happy with just serving the PC gaming market. The console was less attractive market. I wonder why you guys went after the Nintendo Switch and how you accomplished that. Wang answered with, we're dedicated to the gaming market and always have been. Some parts of the market, we just weren't prepared to serve them. I was fairly open about how, when this current generation of consoles was being considered. We didn't have x86 CPUs. We weren't in contention for any of those. However, the other factor is whether we could really make a contribution or not. If a particular game console doesn't require our special skills, what can we uniquely bring? Then it's a commodity business that may not be suited for us. In the case of the Switch, it was such a groundbreaking design. Performance matters because games are built on great performance, but form factor and energy efficiency matter incredibly, because they want to build something that's portable and transformable. The type of gameplay they want to enable is like nothing the world has so far. It's a scenario where two great engineering teams working with their creative teams needed to hunker down. Several hundred engineering years went into building this new console. It's the type of project that really inspires us, gets us excited. It's a classic win-win. So I first want to talk about this before we get into the next topic here. And I have to 100% agree once again with Sen Huang. There's some doubts that I do have about the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, everything isn't going to be perfect. For me, mainly, I'm looking at the online infrastructure, how Nintendo's going to handle accounts and things like that. I'm not so sure about that. When it comes to making great games, that's something Nintendo usually does very, very well. And even up to this point, has done that very well when you look at the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. There were some misfires here and there, but overall, most people can say that Nintendo makes fantastic games, and that's not really going to stop anytime soon. It's always about the console at Nintendo. What can they do with the console? What are they going to do in order to make this console stand out or make it different? And unfortunately, for the past decade, it's been kind of gimmicks that really hamper their best thing, which is gameplay design. I feel with the Nintendo Switch, they finally brought that back down to a happy medium, where the innovation is going to come from other things, such as the portability of the device, being able to play it at home, and also being able to play that same device on the go. I also think some of the add-on hardware accessories could also add to that uniqueness or innovation of the device overall. But when it comes down to it, it's going to be how we play the games, the controls, the interaction, how it looks. That's going to be the thing that people really remember about the Nintendo Switch 10 years from now, and however long, is how are the games, how to play, what was your interaction with it, did you have frustrations online, did you have frustrations with the device, accounts, are they tied to your system, are they not, how easy was it to use? So those are all things that people are really going to remember it for. Yes, power and performance are always important, but there's so many other factors that people just take for granted that they don't really understand when it comes down to a console being successful or not. And games, connectivity, interactivity, all of those things, ease of use, are all part of that, and one of the main reasons why the iPhone is in its dominant place at this point. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo can be as dominant when it comes to the Nintendo Switch as the iPhone, but those were some of the things that the iPhone, as far as the foundation, was built off of. It wasn't the strongest, wasn't the best in this, and this, but it was easy to use, it was strong enough, it was innovative for its time, and it did a lot of things. Hopefully what Nintendo can do is that they can bring a similar type of revolution to the gaming market, which has become stagnant at this point. I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, and while the games are great, and I have a gaming rig that's stronger than PS4 and Xbox One, and while the games are okay, there's nothing that's really stood out to me. I still feel overall this whole generation, the Nintendo 3DS, still has the best games as far as what I like to play the most. So I'm looking to see if the Nintendo Switch can pick up where the Nintendo 3DS left off when it comes to quality RPGs, quality games at such a consistent pace. It doesn't really matter how powerful or how strong or how much RAM or anything like that. You're just getting great game after great game for a long period of time. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. On the Toys R Us Canadian page, they actually listed the price of the Nintendo Switch. At least, it's just like a rumor at this point, but it's clearly listed. The price is $329.99. Now, roughly translated, that turns out to about $244, and shout outs to Game Relay for the link on Twitter. And it's interesting that if it is going to be that price, that's kind of the prices that I was floating around in my head. I was like, hey, $199 to $250 for a basic bundle, and for a premium or a higher level bundle, maybe $300 to $350 depending on how many games you get. I think this is probably a dream scenario for most Nintendo fans. If you want just a basic Nintendo Switch without a Pro Controller, all you get is the device, the dock, and you get the Joy-Con controllers in addition to that little grip in the middle. That will probably cost you $250. Heck, it might not even come with the Joy grip in the middle. It might just come with just the Joy-Con controllers, and you can just play them regularly just like that. That would probably cost $250. Now, if you want to get like a game with it, the grip, Pro Controller, it'll probably be $300 to $350 for all of it based on what you want. I would think even retailers can do their own custom bundles, adding in a Pro Controller or a game in there for $300, but I think this is a really good price if it is that, because it's the price of the Wii. When the Wii was launched, $250, it became a phenomenon. I do think that when the Wii U launched, $300 for the base package, 8 gigabytes as far as storage goes, and really a system that many people were already like, well, I don't know what it's going to do compared to the PS4 and Xbox One, and it's not getting everything that the PS3 and the Xbox 360 are getting, and Nintendo's launching with a 2D Mario and a mini game collection. I don't know about this. Don't know if I want to spend $300 on this device. Whereas if you put it at $250, that's definitely much cheaper than the premium package of the Wii U, and still $50 cheaper than the Wii U as far as the basic package goes when that launched. So it's $50 cheaper. Plus, we all know that the launch lineup for the Nintendo Switch is going to be far better than the Wii U's launch lineup, considering that a Mario game or The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild could be one of those launch titles. So that's really exciting. Plus, we have some stuff like Skyrim, we have some 2K support here and there, so there will be some third-party games that will be on the system at launch. We just have to wait and see and kind of get the full lineup this January when Nintendo has their big Nintendo Switch reveal event. But overall, I'm actually really excited about this price point. I think it gives Nintendo a very good chance in order to be a mass market device and sell as much Nintendo Switch devices as they can produce for that March launch. So I'm really excited about this, and I think that it's a great starting point for the Nintendo Switch if it does turn out to be true. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.